Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. The reality singing competition series The Voice returns for season 24 tonight on NBC. I spoke to season 3 winner Cassadee Pope when she performed at the Capitol Fourth concert in Washington, D.C. in 2016. I'm here with the one and only Cassadee Pope, who will
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No, thanks for joining us. You kidding me? The reason we're talking is she's going to be performing in a star-studded lineup for July 4th, the Capitol Fourth show, the concert. Thanks so much for joining us, first of all. And second of all, how excited are you to do this show?
I'm so excited. You know, every 4th of July is different, and this is the first time I get to be in Washington, D.C., actually celebrating the 240th anniversary of this country. And it's an honor to be amongst all these great artists and just to be in that city for 4th of July. It's going to be awesome.
Did you say this is going to be your first time in D.C.?
No, it's the first time in D.C. on the 4th of July, so
Okay.
It means a lot. I've been to D.C. a few times.
Okay, you've performed here at other shows and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I've been there. My boyfriend's actually from Baltimore, so I've gone through there a few times.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You got a local connection. Is he going to be coming? Is he going to go to the show?
I'm going to try and get his family to come. He's a musician, so he'll be doing stuff. But, yeah, my mom and sister are flying in. His parents might come, so it'll be a whole family ordeal.
Well, there you go. Who knew? Who knows? She's dating a dude in Baltimore. All right, there we go. Tell me about, because you're going to be playing with some really big names here. I mean, you got Gavin DeGraw, Kenny Loggins, and Smokey Robinson. I mean, the list goes on and on. Did you grow up listening to some of these people, and how surreal is it going to be to share a stage with them?
It's going to be so surreal. I mean, you grow up listening to these artists, and you never really think that you're ever going to be in the same situation as them, let alone the same show, the same stage. So it's going to be kind of a pinch me moment. I've had a lot of those this year, from Think of You with Chris Young going #1 to this happening. So it's just going to be like the perfect way to celebrate America. And I'm going to look around and just be starstruck, but it's going to be fun.
Definitely. In addition to all the cool superstars, and we have the On Your Feet, the musical, the NSO, a bunch of people. But in addition to that, it's also it's different than just a usual concert. It's got a little you get choked up, a little patriotic fervor to it. Explain sort of how looking out over that crowd and seeing all the people dressed in their decked out in their red, white, and blue, and their flag and the fireworks going off. Why is it important to celebrate this young country, 240 years? We're a little baby.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I mean, we walk around every day and we kind of forget that our lives we're just so lucky to have what we have and to be free, and we take a lot of it for granted without even knowing it. So I think being up there on that stage, looking out and seeing all the people being so proud, and also I get to have the National Symphony Orchestra behind me. It's just going to be such a beautiful moment. So it's just going to be one of those moments where I'm just so proud to be an American. It's
going to be awesome. You're going to probably get some goosebumps staring out there. Awesome. Tell me, I got to ask you about, take me back to, it's been a couple years now since you won The Voice, right?
Yeah, it's been about, almost 4 years in December. It's crazy.
Yeah. Take me back to the moment that you were on the stage there, and you were like, wow, my life changed forever.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I kind of thought that I would be in for maybe a round or two and get some exposure and try and go off the coattails of that, not knowing that I could win the thing. So it really took me by surprise. But after the show, just so much has happened. The show really changed my life. I'm able to have a career now. I'm able to do great things like this, playing at the Capitol Fourth. And also I've got a new EP out called Summer, and the single's out with the music video. And I got to do a duet with Chris Young, and that went #1. So it's just all because of that show, and also all the work that I did before that, with my old band and touring and everything. So it's just it's been a really fun year to kind of celebrate everything that's happened.
Definitely. And I remember on the show, you were Team Blake, right? You were a Blake Shelton protege on the show.
Yes, I was.
What was it like working with him? And what was it like working with him on the show? But B, have you stayed in touch? His career has also really took off since the show as well. But, do you guys stay in touch?
Yeah, definitely. I actually sent him Summer before it came out and got his feedback on it. And it was just great to kind of utilize that resource, because he's not only a great friend, but he's so smart and so great at what he does. So it's smart for me as a newer artist to kind of go to him and ask questions, and he's just always been really nurturing and just open to kind of give me some advice.
Awesome. And I also know recently you toured with a couple other heavy hitters. What did you learn from touring with Tim McGraw and Dierks Bentley?
Oh, man. I learned a lot. They're both so different on stage, which is really fun for me because I get to kind of compare and take notes. But Tim McGraw has just always been this very regal guy on stage. He just kind of stands up there and connects with his fans through his lyrics, and he doesn't, jump around like crazy and run around. He makes that connection through his lyrics, whereas Dierks is, he still connects with the fans through the lyrics, but he's more of a jumping around, going crazy kind of guy. So I think I just learned to find your niche and play into that. I love interacting with fans on stage. I don't really rehearse what I'm saying in between songs that much. I kind of just go, with what feels great in the moment. And it's kind of a little bit more less rehearsed for me, and that's something that I kind of got from Dierks and Tim.
Definitely. You grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida, right? How did you get into singing in the first place? Were there some, old country artists or any genre really that you think inspired you as you were growing up?
Yeah, I took voice lessons since 4 years old, so there was really nothing else I ever wanted to do with my life. Just from a young age, I knew I wanted to sing forever. And it's funny, I actually would tune into Capitol Fourth every year, so it's kind of surreal that I get to be on there. But and I looked up to artists like Shania Twain and Martina McBride and Trisha Yearwood. I was always huge into country, and then through my teenage years, I got more into rock music, so I loved listening to Avril Lavigne. At the time, was very rock, and
right.
Bands like Foo Fighters and Blink-182. So I grew up with a very eclectic, taste in music. But I took voice lessons, and that was what saved me, because now I have, I sing correctly, and I have endurance to kind of go on tour and sing a lot and not get sick. So that was a real blessing.
Definitely. And now all the different genres you mentioned have sort of fused into one. Like today's country music is a little bit of everything. So you came up at a good time for that. Awesome. What else? What else is on the horizon? You have any new albums coming up?
Yeah, I just released an EP called Summer. It's got 4 songs on it, and it's part of a Complete My Album for my album that will be coming out in the fall, and I'm still finishing that with my producer, Corey Crowder. And in the meantime, I am playing shows. I'm doing fairs and festivals, obviously Capitol Fourth. And then in the fall, I'm back on tour with Chris Young for the I'm Coming Over tour. So, yeah, it's great. I get to go out there and promote the EP and keep promoting Summer as my single. And people can check out the music video. It's out everywhere, and I'm very excited.
Awesome. Well. Definitely. What can you tell us what can we expect to hear at the Capitol Fourth show? Is it going to be Wasting All These Tears or Think of You, or is it something new, or what do you got? What do you got?
I'm actually going to do my second to last single, I Am Invincible. I just felt like it was a really fitting song for that, and especially with it, airing to all the troops. I just feel like it's a great song for them to hear, and just Americans in general. It's a song about, defying all the odds and coming through the other side a stronger person.
Well, if anyone knows about that, it's you. So thank you so much for defying the odds and getting to where you are, and keep up the great work. And we're excited to see you on at the concert.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I also spoke with Season 10 winner Allison Porter when she performed at the same Capitol Fourth concert in 2016. Allison, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you're going to be doing the national anthem, right?
I am, yes.
Okay. Have you ever sang it before, like when you're growing up or something? I feel like that's what a lot of beginners start off, singing it at some ballpark or something. So have you ever done it before?
I actually sang it in Curly Sue.
Oh, okay.
So I did sing it then, and I don't think I've sung it at any event or anything. I can't remember. I might have when I was younger, but I can't remember doing it ever. So I'm really excited to take a stab at
it. You mentioned Curly Sue. That, just in case our listeners don't remember, I think it was like in the early 90s with Jim Belushi. Give us the context of the scene. Why are you singing it in the movie?
was watching TV super late, and I stand up on the bed and I sing it.
Well, this will be a little different because now people around the country will be watching TV really late on PBS and see you singing it. So,
There we go.
They might be
Yes.
standing on the bed watching you this time.
Let's hope so.
Okay. What's the trickiest part of the anthem?
I think it's just like making it your own, and then staying true to the melody and the core of the song, because everybody has really done an amazing job at kind of doing their own thing with it. If you think of all the iconic people that have sung it, so I think I just have to figure out what that's going to be for me.
Do you have a favorite version? Is it Whitney? Is it Jimi Hendrix? Which one?
Yeah, I think it's probably Whitney. I mean, obviously Jimi Hendrix. Like, you can't ever beat Jimi Hendrix with a guitar, but vocally, I think Whitney is probably
that's the gold standard.
Top of my list.
Yeah, for sure. Well, how big of an honor is it? Because this whole thing is such a patriotic sort of day, and you have such a big lineup. There's going to be Olympians there, military, heroes there, performers, but you get to kick it all off with the national anthem. How big of an honor is it to be the one that sets the tone for the day?
It's huge. It's huge. I'm so excited just to be doing stuff like this. I mean, it's a dream come true. It's everything. So, very excited.
Is there one of the artists, because I think we got Smokey Robinson, Kenny Loggins, Gavin DeGraw. Is there one that you're really like, wow, I can't believe I'm up there?
I mean, I love Smokey Robinson. Who doesn't love Smokey Robinson? But Gavin DeGraw is one of my favorites. So I actually used to go to his shows and try to get in the front row. I mean, I really love Gavin. So I'm excited to play a show, with him. Be on the same bill, I guess you could say.
Were you like a One Tree Hill fan or something?
No, I just really love his music. He's amazing. He's an amazing songwriter, and I love, a good songwriter. So.
Definitely. God, I saw him. I think he opened for Billy Joel at Nats Park a couple years ago. He does a great show. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about, we got to talk about The Voice. You just won. Are you, has it set in yet?
I don't know if it ever will. I always go back and watch the video just to make sure that it really happened. It's just such a surreal thing. I was obviously, very excited that I was doing well, and, but to actually have won it is just like, what? Crazy.
Yeah. What was it like? Because you were on Team Christina, right? What did Miss Aguilera, teach you about singing?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was the first time that a female coach has ever won The Voice.
It's crazy.
And, we were really in it together from day one. We were just so excited and, just wanted it to go well. And we bonded right away. So it made everything a lot easier. And she really just encouraged me to be myself and follow my heart and do, whatever I wanted, and then she kind of just really helped me get to the heart of everything, and I mean, obviously with notes and runs and everything like that, she's the master. So it was pretty cool to have her as my mentor, and now as my friend.
Definitely. What's the I guess we've been we've had about when did Idol start? It was probably 15 years ago or something like that. What do you think? This platform of these singing competitions. I mean, is it really opening the door for a lot more artists to get noticed?
I think when it comes to The Voice, they really do encourage you to sort of be your own artist, and from the very beginning, it's make lists of songs that you would want to sing, what kind of artist do you want to be, and you get to go on this journey, and there's sort of, no rules, and you get to really figure out in front of 14 million people, who you are and where you could fit in the music business. And I think that, it is such an amazing thing to watch everybody's journey on The Voice, because you see so much growth and you see so much change. And I think that's the coolest thing about, being on a show like The Voice or Idol or something like that, is that you really do get to go on your own, artistic journey in front of all these eyes. And that's both scary and, really cool at the same time.
Definitely. I mean, I know you worked closest with Christina because she was sort of your coach, mentor figure. But give me something about the other judges that we might not know about them, sort of how they are, maybe off the screen, Blake, Gwen, and the others.
Oh, everybody's great. I mean, I just went back to do a little something for, they're actually shooting season 11 blind auditions now. So I got to go back and watch a couple of those, and now there's 2 new coaches, Miley Cyrus and Alicia Keys, and I was talking to them for a while, and they're just so excited to be there, and you can tell they're new and they're excited and they've never done it before, and so Miley especially is so excited to be a coach. And it's just amazing. It's amazing to see another season of talent. I mean, incredible singers, and when I was watching them do their blind auditions, I just couldn't believe that I, went through the entire journey and actually won it. So it's crazy to think that one of those people now is going to be the next voice, and it's just awesome. And everybody's great. That was your question. Adam is awesome. I talked to him a little while the other day, and Blake is hilarious, and just exactly what you see is what you get. So they're amazing.
That's awesome. Tell us what you got coming up next, because when you win one of these suckers, then the next thing is, all right, here, we're waiting for the next big album. But unlike other winners of some of these shows, you've actually had a couple albums before, right? You had was it more like folky kind of things before the show?
I did actually like a folk country album. I've always wanted to kind of get that out of my system. I love that kind of music, so it was really exciting when I got to make that kind of record. But now I'm working on my first actual album, and I guess real album, you could say. And we're just writing and in the studio, and talking about different producers, and we've kind of just begun the journey, but it's already really exciting. So just working hard. I'll be in the studio for a minute, just trying to make the best record I can.
Awesome. And just give us, obviously it's all still coming together, but what's sort of the general vibe or genre of the album?
I mean, I would say it's pop, Pink, Kelly Clarkson, Allison Porter,
okay.
Adele, just shove myself in there if I can,
Pink, Kelly Clarkson, Allison Porter, Adele. In that order.
Trying to shoot real low.
Yeah, exactly. We got to aim high. Well, it's all going to start with the Capitol 4th, There's going to be some fireworks and an awesome national anthem. We appreciate you taking the time, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Our theme music is Scott Buckley's Clarion. Remember to give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you